Today I'm going to show you how to play and get the guitar tone for Something Just Like This by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay. If you've been wanting to learn more pop guitar but either haven't been able to figure out the parts or haven't been able to get it to sound right, then this video is going to be perfect for you. This song has a few different parts, so I'm going to break it up into all the sections and show you how to play it and how to set your effects for that part of the song. For this song, I'm using a Fender Telecaster Deluxe, the one with the humbuckers. I'm using mine in the middle position, which is both pickups, the neck and the bridge. So if you have something that can do neck and bridge together, that's going to get you the closest to the original sound. Bonus points if it's humbuckers, especially for later in the song when we go to the bridge to do the lead lines at the end. The first part of the song, this can be heard right at the top, like through most of the verses, is this bouncing fifth. So you're going to play this by hitting a D on the G string 7th fret, this guy, octave up from your open D, and an A on the B string 10th fret. So it's like a power chord, but up the octave. And then you're going to bounce back and forth between those two notes. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Rep it slowly, you'll get it. Once you get the hang of it, it's that same pattern over and over. That's how pop songs go. To get the tone, there's a few things happening. So I'm using a Line 6 Helix with the Fender Princeton style amp and a little bit of compression going into it. So basically you just need a clean amp with a little bit of compression if you have it. There's like just a touch of breakup on it, so if you want to put that in there, great. If not, I don't think it's a make or break kind of situation. The main character of this sound is almost like a weird octavey kind of shimmery sound on top. So I added an octave up. So here's without it, here's with it. It's super subtle, but it gives it that kind of shimmery, like extra quality to it. After that, I added a quarter note delay. So here's the delay. So that kind of just sits under the guitar. Kind of gives it a little more modern, like polished feel. And then I added a big plate reverb to give it this big sense of space and kind of fill out the mix. So that's the first part. Like I said, that loops for the bulk of the song, really. Like if it's not a drop or a build up, that part is happening. Definitely go listen to it and just figure out exactly where that is if you want to play it exactly as is. The next part, and this was really low in the mix, I'm like 90% sure it was there, is this little build up. Like kind of leading into the drop. That's basically just power chords moving up and down. So it's basically a G, A, and B power chord, but up higher. So the G, I play it at the A string 10th fret, D string 12th fret. Then move that whole thing up 2 frets. So A is at 12, D is at 14. And then move it up 2 more frets. So A is at 14, D is at 16. And then back down, and then back down. So really tight palm mute on that because it doesn't need to be heard. It's more of a texture, kind of a build-up thing. I turned off the dual pitch and I turned off the plate, but I left on the quarter note delay just to give it some sort of interest, but it definitely doesn't need to cut with the pitch and it doesn't need the big spacious reverb. The first drop doesn't actually have any guitar in it. I listened, I didn't hear it. And then the next verse comes, and so you're back to this thing. After that, you get to the second drop, and this is where that big part comes in over top. So I'll go ahead and break that down for you because that's probably the fun part that most of you want to play. I play it on the B string 12th fret to 14. Little slide there. And then a hammer onto 15. Those 3 notes together. All on the B string, 12, 14, 15. And then it's a little hammer on. That's on the B string, 14, 15 to the E string 14. Then back to the B, 14 to 15. 14, 14, 15. I'll play it really slowly. back to loop it. As far as the tone, I went ahead and went to the bridge pickup here. So if you're using like a humbucker guitar, I'd go all the way back to the bridge. A single coil guitar, depending on how bright it is, you might want to try a different position, but you really just want something bright that's going to cut. And so that's what the bridge pickup did for me. Then you want a good amount of overdrive, but not like scorching, searing lead. So this is what I came up with. Just a good like medium smooth overdrive. From there, I did bring back the quarter note delay. And the big plate. And that dual pitch like high octave to give it that shimmer top end. That pattern, you're gonna do 4 of them, and that's like the whole phrase. And then the phrase immediately following that is this little lead line here. So let me dry it up and break that down for you. You're still gonna start on the B string 12th fret, but I like to start there with my ring finger, so I have room to move down. So that note is B string 10th fret. And it's a pull off. And then after that, you're gonna land on G string 11th fret. And you do that twice. Then you do it again. Except this time, instead of doing it the second time, you're gonna go to the E string 9th fret and bend it up a half step. So really slowly. And then you're gonna do that a total of 3 times. And then the last time you go back to the previous part, this part. Effects, you literally, same effects chain. You want that good medium overdrive. You want a plate or some sort of big reverb, and then that quarter note delay to spread it out. If you have the octave effect, go ahead and put that in there lightly too. It's just gonna help make it sound kind of polished and modern and a little electronic. That whole ending section, I'll play it for you right now. And then you're done. You made it. So that's how you play and get the guitar tone for all the parts in Something Just Like This by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay. Let me know down in the comments if that was helpful or if you're still having trouble figuring it out. If you're interested in me recording guitars on your own songs, you can visit my website to learn more about that. I've got a link down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe.